won't fucking stop crying. Like, I can't go anywhere. I think it's pretty crazy the extremes we take to keep our babies from crying in the car seats. And if you're that mother who has a baby who cries in the car seat and you are losing your shit, you are not alone. I guarantee it. Okay, so I know that every day is different, and I know that today could go excellent and tomorrow could be hell, but I am just absolutely thrilled that this baby is not screaming his freaking balls off right now, because that would be the normal thing. And I'm going to insert my depressive clip now. I'm absolutely losing my fucking mind. That noise in the back is my baby. He's 7 weeks old and he won't fucking stop crying. Like, I can't go anywhere. And I feel horrible for leaving him in the car seat crying like this. I don't know why he cries like that in the car seat. I don't know what to do, but I can't fucking keep pulling over to comfort him just to put him back. Like, I can't go anywhere. I have to take people places. I have other kids I need to take care of. And they say, oh, the baby is crying, so it's breathing. But when I go back there and get my baby out of the car seat and he have fucking saliva coming out of his mouth, it's all foamy and he looks like a fucking tomato, I'm paranoid. I'm scared as fuck. It's so stressful. I'm suffering from fucking postpartum depression. I need to be able to get out of the house to calm down, but what can you do when your baby is not making it easy for you to calm down? I went on these mom forums and found whatever information I could, and I jumbled a little bit of it together, and I haven't had to use some of the tips that I learned, but in this video I'm going to share the tips with you, just because, you know, like, why wouldn't I? Okay, so I wanted to share some of the tips that I have for you. We're gonna start with, before you leave your house, before you're even in the car, before anything, calm down. I know you might be having anxiety because you've done this before. Maybe you're getting ready to go for your first ride with your baby and you're feeling nervous. You've been sitting in the back seat while your viejo's driving the car and you're nervous. Like, it's okay, calm down. Mothers do this all the time. We have no other choice. We have to do this. It's good for you to get out of the house. Don't feel guilty for taking your baby out of the house. It's important for you to get out of the house. Keep your baby covered up if you're going into stores or whatever it may be, but it's okay to get in your car and drive with your little baby. It's okay. You guys will be fine. It's good for your mental health to get out of your house and get your baby in the car seat, but I can understand how difficult it is when your baby's crying and your relaxing car ride ends up turning into a fucking fear, and you end up with PTSD because it is extremely traumatizing for some of us. So I'm sharing my tips now. First things first, make sure that you are calm, because your baby's gonna pick up on your energy. If you're stressed out, you're moving fast, you're dropping stuff, you're cussing, your baby's gonna pick up on that, and chances are your peaceful ride, or the ride that you expected to go smoothly will not be going smoothly at all. It's gonna be really stressful. Your baby's gonna be screaming before you even make it to the car. So take a deep breath, calm down, make sure you use the bathroom, make sure you've taken care of yourself first. Another thing that goes along with making sure that you're ready, besides being like mentally ready, is making sure that you're physically ready and you have your stuff ready to go. You don't want to be rushed. So being ready beforehand is much better than being ready on time, because anything can happen within that time span. Like, if you plan, oh, it's going to take me 20 minutes to get ready right now, give yourself an extra 20 minutes to just chill, to make sure that the baby's actually fed, to make sure that the baby has burped. Don't try to go to the last minute to leave and then shove the baby in the car seat and rush out, because that can be kind of stressful again. If something goes wrong during that time, you're going to make yourself be late, and it's going to cause you to drive differently and be more like stressed, which isn't good for anybody. So now that you're calm and you're prepared, you know what to expect in your ride, you're ready to take on your screaming baby and sing their little ears off while you drive calmly to your destination. That's the first thing. We got it checked off. The next thing would be to make sure your baby's comfortable. So I know it's cold in a lot of areas right now. A lot of people suggest you really bundle your baby up. You want to make sure that your baby's not too hot, especially if it is cold and you plan on turning the heater on. I know it's recommended that we put one extra layer on our babies, and for me that's too much. If your baby has on a onesie and one of those full body zip up sleeping outfits and a jacket, that would be their extra layer. I would actually nix the jacket and consider the blanket being their extra layer. Sometimes 2, 3 extra layers, because those blankets are hot. So if you do need to have your baby really bundled and covered up, when you get in the car, take their blanket off, because your baby's going to get really hot and it's actually unsafe to have them overheating. Some people recommend putting those big kind of snow suits. I forget what the name is of them, because I don't ever buy them. But if your baby's sweating, it's really not safe for them. It actually like heightens the risk of SIDS. They shouldn't be sweating. Making sure that your baby is comfortable, besides layers and clothing wise, make sure that they have been fed, make sure that they've burped. Some people recommend driving when the baby's awake, so putting them into the car seat when they're awake versus putting them into the car seat while they're already asleep, because if your baby is a light sleeper and you put them into the car seat and they wake up, they might be really hard to put back to sleep or to soothe, especially if you're now in transit to your next destination. So kind of play with it and see what your baby's comfortable with. My baby, I've noticed the past couple of days, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. I thought that he seemed to like it more if he put himself to sleep in the car seat. He cried less than if he woke up in the car seat alone. You know, I think that's what I'm going to stick with now and try to get him into that habit, is actually having him be awake. My schedule's pretty flexible and it's actually really well planned, so I know what's going to happen when it's going to happen. Like the times I pick my kids up, I go to the grocery store at the same time. It makes it easier for me knowing exactly what my schedule is, driving schedule. That way I can have the baby be ready. And majority of the time I'm not. I'm still rushing because I decided to sit and take 35 pictures of him when he was put in the car seat. And then by the time we get in the car, he's done. It's over. It's just... some little outfits have a hoodie in the back. Think about their comfort. The hood is going to jump and like bundle up behind their back, so when they're sitting, it's going to cause them to like lean forward where the hood is bundled back here. So you want to make sure that your baby has a nice smooth surface, that nothing's going to be too bunched up or crammed or jammed or tight. Somebody mentioned that their baby had a hair tied on their finger. I mean, you should check for this anyways, but making sure that little things like that aren't in the way or aren't going to bother the baby while you're in the car. I don't know why it would happen more in the car, but that was a tip that someone mentioned. Take that into consideration. This would be something for when they're a little bit older. Toys and things to kind of distract them or keep them occupied or comforted. So toys. I have, you can see these 2 toys. He doesn't give a fuck about those. Those are like...
What are those?
You know, he's not big enough yet. He's 8 weeks today. He doesn't care about these yet, but I put them there for him so that he can recognize them and get comfortable with them. And maybe in a few weeks he'll start to look at them and be like, hey, these have been my riders. Like, these are my friends, you know? And he'll feel good and comfortable with them. He also has another little mirror toy hooked onto the side because he really liked to look at himself. That was cool, you know, but he doesn't care about it anymore. I guess it got old. Some people suggested buying the inserts for the car seat. You're going to want to go to your manufacturer for them because some of them are going to be a little bit too big, a little bit too small, creating an unsafe space for your baby. And you don't want your baby to suffocate in their car seat. That would be horribly tragic. So make sure you go to an approved manufacturer or the actual manufacturer of your car seat, your travel system. That way you can get one that fits in right. They have bottoms that go in to support the baby, and they have more headrest to support the baby. I know that they have some that go with the car seat in the beginning when you get them. Mine has it. I can't show it, I keep pointing back there, but it's the newborn insert. He'll be able to use it for less than a pound, so in a couple days he's going to be too big for it. You can only use it up to 12 pounds. So I'll be looking for another one for him, just so he still feels supported. Some babies have like a motion sickness or an anxiety sort of feeling inside of their car seats. They want to feel comforted. They want to feel safe and secure. So a lot of people recommend that you actually keep your baby in the car seat inside of the house, and you hold them and talk to them while they're in it. Don't leave them unattended. That's not safe, even if they're buckled in. But you're going to want to encourage your baby to be in their car seat and know that they're safe inside of it, and make it a comfortable place for them. So just having them be next to you on the floor while you talk to them, play with them, and they're sitting inside of it. You can also start bringing up those toys that you're going to put in their car seat with them. That way their toys are going to be back there if you're driving. They know what they have going on. They know that they're safe and comfortable, and that their toys are there for their comfort. One lady swore by this. She said that she had a little Einstein's CD, and when she was inside of her house, she'd play it and dance around with the baby. And she danced around to the whole album every single day, all day, for a few days, and that her baby really liked Old MacDonald. So she noticed that her baby reacted more to Old MacDonald, and she started just singing Old MacDonald to the baby along with a little Einstein CD in the house, outside of the house, all the time. That way she put the, sorry, people are getting out of school and there's a lot of traffic and people going to the park now. She started singing Old MacDonald to the baby all the time, and when the baby was actually in the car, started to cry, popped in Old MacDonald, and the baby was good. She didn't cry. That was like the last time their baby ever cried inside the car seat, and she was only 2 months, so 8 weeks when they started doing that, and the baby's older now, and that's what they did. That's good. It's real good. Hi. So some babies actually grow out of this within their first year. Some grow out of it by the time they hit like 4 months, when they can actually play with toys and grip stuff easily and understand the whole concept of play. And some babies struggle with this for a long time. So just stay positive, try to stay calm, keep trying things. I know a lot of people say, oh, don't keep buying things. But if you feel that buying things is going to help you in the long run, just save the receipt. That way if it doesn't work the first week, you can return it. Should I say that? Yeah, I should say that. Save your receipt. Save the box. And give stuff a try, because it's your mental health and your safety, that are at stake here. So if this video helped you in any way, or if you have any other suggestions for the stressed up mamas, then please leave them in the comments so people can learn some more stuff here. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful ride. That sounds weird. Goodbye.